Hello and welcome to this second review of FIDE Online Arena. Today I'm going to talk about how the online arena has changed in the last year, and if you're thinking of playing on here, then you might find this video useful as a comparison to other chess sites. I've done a review of chesscube.com, and I think I've done one of ICC, and chess.com reviews on the cards, but I've had a request to do an updated review of the FIDE Online Arena because they've just released some changes that are quite major. So if you didn't know, the FIDE Online Arena is the only, quote marks, official FIDE backed platform that gives you FIDE ratings in your for online play. So you can have an official FIDE Blitz, Bullet, Rapid rating. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you've got a FIDE rating for over the board or not, you can still get a FIDE online rating, which is good. Part of the reason I think this site should catch on in the long term is because of that main selling point. I mean, that's if it matters to you a lot that your online rating is an official, quote marks, online rating, then this must be the place to play, because nowhere else offers that at the moment. So anyway, let's have a quick look at some of the features. So in my first video I talked about, just before I go on, actually I want to say that I am going to give a general summary of this site based on how I feel over a year, or nearly a year later since I last reviewed it, and I'm trying to be objective as possible. I probably am slightly biased towards it because I play here more than any other site at the moment, and I think it's a reasonable site. So I want to say, I'll start with the positives first. One thing I really like about this site is I think the interface is very good for playing chess online. It's clean, it's clear, it works very well. So it's definitely worth checking out if you like bullet chess. As I mentioned in my other video, I don't like browser-based applications for playing chess in, like chess.com is. That's not to say they don't work, I just don't think they're good enough and robust enough. They're a bit glitchy. So that's one good benefit. So for playing bullet, I think it's a really good interface. And the other thing I would say is that to find a game's very easy. We can just click play, choose the game we want to play, a match, single game, 1 minute, 3 minute, whatever. We can just play it, hit go, and it will find a challenge for us. If we don't want to play FIDE rated games, so we can go to this drop down here and go unmonitored ELO only, and I can choose a minute game here. Let's just do that. So I'm only going to play unmonitored games. It's not going to affect my FIDE rating. So now I might get a game while we're talking, which would be interesting. But so I'm waiting for a 1 minute game, unmonitored ELO. Let's just have a look at the details of that game, if I can actually click on it. 1 minute start immediately. Somebody's rated 1920. Yeah, that's going to be. Let's try another one a bit lower. So I might be waiting a while for find somebody around that rating. Let's just do 1800. Anyway, so so I'm waiting for a game. I think, and down here in this search box here we have a game. In this search box, people who are looking for games can appear. So as I was saying, the interface is slick. I think that it misclick there to play knight f6, but I think it's fine. I like the graphics, I like the way it works. Yeah, I just don't have any problem with it at all. It works on different operating systems I've tried, and that's different versions of Windows, that is, and I would say you shouldn't get any problems with it. I'm just going to play some garbage here, I think, actually. So as far as opposition goes, that's one thing I would say that has improved. There are more players available to play online now. In the beginning, it felt like it was a bit of a struggle to find an opponent. So, and that was a little bit annoying, because you would wait for ages to get a game, and now they seem to have sorted that out a bit more. So hopefully that's really going to help things. The other thing I would say is really good is the amount of how frequent the master games are that are on here, and I really like that fact that you can get a simultaneous game against a master and a individual game, like a 5-minute blitz game or something like that, which is nice. So that's definitely improved. I mean, I don't think I haven't got a huge amount of oh, run out of time. There you go. I was absolutely slaughtered then. So yeah, you can play Masters, GMs, you name it, they're on here. So let's have a look at some of the features. I've just played a game. I want to analyse this game now, so I can go game, select the game, and then just click analysis actually, and then I can just run my engine through it here. That basically you can tell the system to look at any chess engine you've got. I use Houdini 2, I think it's free, does the job. It just tells me if I was winning or losing in the game, getting thrashed as usual. So that's quite good, and I can just save the game, just click save and give it a name, and off we go. So that's cool, and like I say, I go on about the interfaces. I really like the interfaces for playing. It's clear, crisp, works well. Good job. So, what else other positive features can we say about this? Yeah, I mean, I've noticed today in the lobby, we've got some big hitters in here. Shakria Mamdarioff. Hope I haven't mangled his name too badly there, but obviously he's a top 10, top 15 player. So, yeah, I've noticed quite a few title players in here of notoriety, yeah, that's hopefully will improve. I will say overall that some negative things now about the site. I mean, overall I think it's improved, but there are a few things that are a bit annoying, like it is still sometimes difficult to get a certain game at certain times in the day. So it seems to me like if you're Western European and the time zone issues, it seems to be more Eastern European players on here, which means that sometimes in the day I find it hard to get a match up, but that's there's always somebody in the end, but you just might have to wait a while. The live broadcasts are a bit amateur. The people doing them aren't greatest. I'll just look at one now. It's okay. They do broadcasts of main events on the site, so you can keep track. But the people doing the broadcasts, it's like they're doing it in a toilet. It's a bit echoey.
Torre 1 sembra una mossa, cioè bisogna conoscere perfettamente la
You can
posizione
hear
per
it's
giocare
in
con una mossa come
different
Torre 1,
language,
però
so they do it. It's okay. It's okay. it's not as good as some other. I'm expecting a lot, I guess. But it's okay. Maybe needs a bit of looking at. Tournament features good, straightforward, easy to use, yeah. So one of the biggest changes that's happened is the fact that there's no more usernames. So you could have had I don't know, 123 Chess Lover as your username, and now you can't. If you're going to play on here, you've got to use your real name, which I think is quite good because everybody knows who they're playing, where they're from. There's no hiding behind a username, for want of a better expression. You know, you can just look at somebody's profile, see who they are, and that's great. You know, I think that might stop some abuse and negative things happening. If people can't hide behind a username, they're probably less likely to be abusive. So yeah, the daily master challenge is a nice feature which happens. There always seems to be somebody on every day that you can play, a title play of some description. Pretty easy to get a game, like tonight, FM Francesco Betvigna, if I've pronounced his name correctly, so that'll be good. So yeah, I would say that if you're thinking of joining here, the fee as well is relatively cheap, €25. I mean, for a year, I think it's good value. That now, the final thing I haven't touched on is the titles. So, as I said, it's the only place you can play online and get your official online FIDE rating for Bullet, Rapid, and Blitz. Now, if you look at Mr. Memidarev's profile here, look, I'll challenge him for a 1 minute game, but I don't think I'm going to get one. You can see he's got his bullet rating 2802, Blitz 2406, and Rapid 27. If we look at his profile, what we can see is that see how many has he played any bullet games. Obviously, this isn't going to help you very much, actually. I need to look at my profile to show you what I mean. Yeah, okay. So I'm an Arena Grandmaster and Arena National Candidate, which is a sort of funny add-on title you get for hitting a certain level, like a national rating thing. I don't quite understand how it works in the grand scheme of things. There's one level above it, Arena National Master, which you've got to get to 2200 for. So if you want to get a title, you just got to hit the certain amount of a certain rating level and maintain it for a certain amount of games. So as we know, you've got FIDE, Arena Candidate Master, Arena FIDE Master, Arena International Master, and Arena Grandmaster. Okay, and basically, if you hit those rating levels and maintain them, then you will get the title, and it can't be taken away if you drop down below. This is not really taking a bit of a while to load. Anyway, you can see here. Alright, here we go. It's loaded. So, yeah, you can see I've had a bit of a appalling rating drop off here, and partly because I changed my mouse and a few other things, so I'm really out of practice. But that side, you can see I've got to get to 150 games to get that, and get a rating of 2,200 to get this title. And when I've done that, then it'll offer it to me. And that's the same with all the titles. So yeah, I think they're different fees: €50 for the Grandmaster, 30 for the International Master, and so on. But really, I think it's pretty reasonable. I mean, it's not like you've got to pay for it every year, and if it makes you happy, I mean, I did get my title. I thought, well, let's pay for it. Why not? Maybe it's was something that some people might not think is worth having. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the titles here. Okay, yeah, sorry. So I'm trying to actually find the fees. God, come here. Yeah, apologies for this. Oh, doesn't actually say. I'm sure there's a fees listed. Come on, I'm going to find it. Here we go. Right, yeah, so €50, 35, €5 Arena Candidate Master. And here's the rating levels you've got to achieve and maintain. So it is pretty tricky actually. I think I did Blitz for one and Bullet for the other. It's actually a lot harder than you would think to do it. A lot of people just, turn their nose up and go, yeah, Arena Grandmaster, whatever. Only got to get to 2,000, but you got to get to 2,000 and maintain it for 50, 100, 150 games. You can't be 2,000. You have to be really about 2,100. And that's not so easy to get to 2,100. And here's the thing: the players which disparage it, they often can't get there. They couldn't do it. I've seen one or two try, and they just can't even remotely get near it. I find that quite interesting. And actually, I think a lot of good players who are, well, I say good players, they might rate themselves a bit over the board or on other chess sites, but when they come here, they'll find that tricky. It took me about 9 months or a year to get my Arena Grandmaster title, and I got close a few times, but it does help, of course, if your start rating. That's some other thing I wanted to say. If your start rating is 1,800, then you've got a problem. Well, you've got a problem if you want to be Arena Grandmaster. You say you really need to get to 2,100. That's 300 points you've got to find. It's going to be a bit tricky. But if you want to get Arena International Master, then you've only got to find you're already over it by 100 points. So you just got to maintain it for however many games, which is a lot easier. So yeah, the interesting thing is the people that come in with a higher rating that don't play online, they still seem to struggle sometimes to get the level they should be at, if you see what I mean. But anyway, so that was a bit of a review of the online arena. The other thing, again, I'm going to say, they are trying to push the online arena and have they had the first women's online World Blitz Championship here, and that's a new thing. And that was a final held in Rome. They had a junior World Online Blitz Championship, so I guess at some point we're going to get a men's Online Blitz Championship. I mean, what I see in the ultimate end game is that one big pot where every chess player, Magnus Carlsen, all the way through to your club level guy, all playing in the online arena, one massive chess family, and everybody having lots of fun playing chess, and getting to play all different levels and meet people. And I think that would be a great achievement if they can get to that. I can't see why not, really. It's ambitious, but it should be possible. So yeah, let's hope that it keeps on improving, and let's there we go. Yeah, first FIDE World Blitz Championship, prize fund of $4,000. It's pretty good. 1,200 for the winner. I mean, it seems to be going places. You will find there's not much mention of the arena on a lot of popular chess sites like ChessBase and chess news sites. It's hardly mentioned at all. And you have to remember that they don't want to make anything of it because of the fact that the other chess sites are going to lose a lot of members. And if you see here, like the final standings, this guy had to beat some pretty tough players to get where he was and win it. Some FMs proper over the board rated 2,300 players. So it's not you know, it's not as high a level as, you know, the World Blitz Championship, but it's, you know, it's getting there. It's got to start somewhere. Anyway, thanks for watching, and please leave any comments or questions on YouTube, and if you could subscribe, that would be great. Thank you.